Ask or tell them these three things, and I want you to find out three things about somebody else. So I know some of my boxers are here sitting next to their friends. I want you to go find somebody else in the room. You're going to find out those three things about that person, and then you're going to remember it through my whole presentation and then try to remember it at the end. Are you ready? Get set. Go find somebody. Yeah. Hello. Okay. It's all off. What about this? No, we don't want them on. We're getting all this feedback. Yeah. Hi. Turn it back on. Is that better? Okay. How are we doing? Is it ingrained in your brain? You know exactly what everybody said? I'll give you about 60 more seconds. All right, Needlers. If you haven't gotten it by now, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is just one of many ways we make your brain challenged in Rock City Boxing is we might have puzzles for you. I might have the question of the day. I might make you tell me a whole bunch of different things about somebody else. So we try to make it fun. We try to make everything work, brain, physical, balance. Go ahead, Carson. So management of Parkinson's disease, most of these are going to look familiar to you, but the 5 key things on here is medication. We all know that levodopa is the key standard medication that you get when you go to the doctor's office for the first time. The second way to manage Parkinson's disease might be a deep brain stimulator. The third way is finding a right movement specialist, maybe not just a general neurologist, but a movement specialist neurologist. The fourth way is therapies of any kind, PT, OT, speech, outside exercise, yoga, stretching, maybe massage. And then the fifth thing is creating your team, making sure that your doctor, your therapist, your coaches are all working cohesively to help you throughout your progression. So here at Rocksteady, we believe that there is a multidisciplinary approach to this, and with the proper management, you're able to live a better quality of life. So I know it's hard to read, but if we add medication and exercise together, you get the best function. If you add exercise and socialization, such as support group or Rocksteady Boxing, you get your best of friends. And if you add medication and socialization together, you get the best treatment. But if you add all three things, you get RSV. So exercise is medicine. Who has seen this poster before? I hope more than 3 hands. 4 hands, 5 hands, some of my boxers maybe. So exercise as medicine has been a term kind of coined by the American Sports Science of Medicine. And they have partnered with the Parkinson's Foundation to kind of create a exercise regimen or guidelines that we need to follow. And in those folders that I have on the table, there is this specific paper on there. And just kind of by a show of hands, who feels like they get, if you can kind of read this, I know it's small, that's why it's in your folder. Aerobic activity, strength training, balance, stretching, all in the same week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. 8 of you that might be getting all of these things in 1 week. However, the aerobic activity is asking for 3 days a week, and that's at high intensity levels. So anything 50, 60 beats past your regular heart rate. So right now your heart rate might be between 50 and 60 beats per minute. Vigorous exercise is going to be anywhere past 100. So who here says that they get vigorous exercise 3 days a week past 100 beats per minute? Raise your hand high. Good, 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 good. The second thing is strength training. Woo. 2 to 3 non-consecutive days of major muscle groups. These are muscle groups like your quadriceps, so the muscles that help you get up and out of this chair that you're currently sitting in. Hamstring muscles that might help you walk with a nice big step and no shuffling. Exercises for your chest, which help you push out of things. Exercises that help you pull out of things. And that's using external load or external resistance with a band or weights or machine. Who says they get 2 to 3 days a week of that? About the same 8 people. Yeah, good. The third thing is balanced agility and multitasking. So this might mean you are walking in multiple directions. You're walking forward, backwards, side to side. You're practicing in your kitchen or in your bathroom, standing on one leg or in a tandem stance, which is like a tightrope stance. Also working on agility, maybe going outside on different surfaces. Who says they get 2 to 3 days a week of that? Lower maybe a little bit. And then the fourth thing is stretching. So this is greater than 2 to 3 days a week. Ideally, I say 5 to 7 days a week of stretching. Who gets that? Couple, so hands dwindled, 5 to 7 hands. So this is a really good key. If you are not currently getting this through therapy or any type of external thing at your house, this is a great key to kind of look at and make sure that we're getting that. Because, next slide, exercise is the #1 thing that slows down the progression of this disease. Medication helps you stay where you want to be or helps with symptoms, but exercise helps slow down the progression of it moving further. And it's one of the only things that helps stop the progression from moving forward. Other things that exercise helps with is improving your motor function, such as your balance, gait, and your mobility. Yes, if our muscles are stronger, our balance is better. The third thing on here, it improves your non-motor function, such as your cognitive function. I hope you're still remembering your friends' birthday, whatever else I asked. And also your quality of life, right? Because exercise gives happy endorphins. Happy endorphins boost dopamine. What are you lacking? Dopamine, right? The fourth thing on here, high intensity aerobic exercise in particular has been associated with significant improvements of motor symptoms. That is your walking, that is your strength. And the fifth thing on here is various forms of exercise. These are complementary things. Is strength training, dance, Tai Chi. They also complement these high intensity exercise programs. So what I'm saying is high intensity exercise is the #1 thing we need to do. Complementary is dance, Tai Chi, stretching, things like that. Exercise is the core component of PD. At least that's what I believe in. That's what a lot of this science backs, is that exercise is key. Diagnosis timing matters. So the earlier you're diagnosed, the higher exercise is going to work for you. However, exercise is key at every stage. So even if you are later onset Parkinson's, exercise is gonna be your best friend. You can march in your wheelchair, you can march in your walker, you can do butt kicks. You can still move your body no matter what stage of Parkinson's you're in, and it will help you in some way. And the last thing on here for early onset, and that means anybody that has been diagnosed just recently or is younger, and younger, I mean 60s, 70s, this must be front and center. Exercise is the very key thing to stop the progression. So, a little math. I don't know why that little blue thing is up there, but target heart rate during moderate intensity exercise is anywhere to 50 to 70%. So I want you to kind of find your age on here. If you're older than 70, we'll go with the 70 years. But this should be your 50 to 85% of your heart rate maximum. This, when you're exercising, need to be within this range. So if you, I don't know if you have a pen or if you have your phone, you can take a picture of that so you remember what your heart rate should be at. So let's say you are 70 years old and you are just doing a walking exercise. You're walking in your neighborhood. Your heart rate should be somewhere between 75 and 85, right? When you come to Rock City Boxing, I want your heart rate to be between 70 and 85% of your maximum. So that's kind of in the hundreds or higher. This does not mean for the whole entire class period, I need you to be at that high of a heart rate, but we do intervals. So making sure that we get up really high, we're sweating, we're working hard. We take rest breaks, we take nice drinks, we take longer rest times in between, but that heart rate is constantly going up and then down and then up and then down as fast as we can for long periods of time. So this is a great key to kind of keep in mind when we're exercising. Smartwatches are awesome. They are able to track. You can also track heart rates just through feeling your pulse. So I highly recommend when you go out and exercise, you're starting to kind of track where your heart rate should be throughout exercise. So you're probably like, what is Rock City Boxing, Nicole? Get to the point. Here we are. So how it all began. This is Scott Newman. He is the founder of Rock City Boxing. He was known as the Punchist, is his little diagnosed thing. But he was a former Marion County prosecutor in the city of Indianapolis, Indiana. He was diagnosed at the age of 39. So very, very young when he was diagnosed. And this was in 2006. Has anybody been diagnosed since 2006? Some of you? Yeah. So when you first got diagnosed, what were you told? Go home. There's not really much we can do. Here's some medications. Did they tell you to go exercise? No. No. So there was really nothing. They told him to go get his order, put his orders in, kind of get his life going, because he's going to be disabled in 6 to 10 years. And he said that's not going to fly. So his best friend was I want to call him a Golden Globe boxer. Vince Perez started boxing with him just to kind of deal with the coping mechanism of it. It's like, man, this sucks. I don't really know what to do with my life. What can we do? Well, let's exercise and hopefully this helps. And so they did. And from there, a couple months later, he started noticing major improvements in his way he's walking. He couldn't write his name the month prior, but after he boxed, he started writing his name better because his tremors were helping. He wasn't having shuffling of gait because they were working on big steps and making sure that they were moving in full tight directions. Because when you're boxing, you're not standing here just doing this. You're side to side, you're forward and back, you're doing lots and lots of different movements. So all these things helped him, and he goes, I need to tell everybody about this. So here's Born Rock Steady. So the first class was for young onset, so people that were early diagnosed, and it started with 8 people. They started right in 2006, and then some of their physical therapists were like, what the heck are you doing to help yourself? And a board of directors was formed by a physical therapist, a PA, and some PT research students, and multiple gyms started forming in Indianapolis. Going down to 2012, since they had a board of directors group, they were able to apply for some grants. They applied for a grant, they got some researchers to come in, and boom, they got certified, and they were able to train other fitness staff to be on their team in order to spread Rock City Boxing across the United States. Fast forwarding to 2016, 200 boxing gyms were available in the United States. And then kind of a pivotal moment, Leslie Stahl, I don't know if you know her from CBS World News. Her husband actually had Parkinson's disease, and one of the researchers kind of showed her the research and how these people were getting up out of their chair, they were writing better, they were walking better, and she shared it on the news. And at the end of the year, there were over 600 affiliates throughout the United States. So come kind of present day, in 2022, which is our Lincoln affiliate started, we have over 800 affiliates in the United States, or total, I should say, in 16 countries and on 5 different continents. There was, you might have heard of Rock City Boxing here in Lincoln before. There was one out in Air Park, but they had closed down due to COVID, I believe, and never reopened. And so when we took it on, like I said, we had 8 people, and it's just kind of been word of mouth. And I'm so happy to be here today to present kind of what this awesome place does for you. But having 800 affiliates all across the world makes it one giant community, and we're all fighting for the same cause. So I have a little video, but since we've had a little technical stuff, I'm gonna turn my speaker off. Carson's gonna turn the video on, and we'll rock and roll. Yep. And this video kind of shows a little, it's only like a 3-minute video, a little glimpse of what to expect.
Speaker on, ready to connect. Connection successful. Connection successful.
If not, I'll just tell you. Sorry, it's working though. I'm trying to.
Ready to connect.
Technology and me do not get along ever, so this is just what my life is. Very close, she says.
Connection successful.
Before I came here, I'm missing, I'm the only person in the world with Parkinson's. That's not true. That's not true. We are now, we recognize ourselves. And this. What did your friends and family say on the box?
But now, when you're fine,
Okay, sorry, here we go.
The doctor tells you two things, or at least he'll meet two things. Number one, this disease, there's no cure for it. And number two, it's degenerative. It gets worse as it goes up. You feel terrible today. This that's driven to fear. You know what you know. That just makes you feel alone. I don't know what it is.
Air Force for 28 years, so I'm used to being in good physical condition, but I'm not used to having Parkinson's.
My husband was diagnosed 15 years ago with young onset Parkinson's at the age of 36. He read literature that said pretty much gonna be disabled in 6 to 10 years. So he just kind of went home and gave up. Years later, we found him studying through Scotland, and that's the day that his life changed.
The idea of box as a remedy for Parkinson's is a strange idea. Speaking of a friend of mine, who's a cop, he's a boxer. And he said, let's try this, because for me, to get me moving. That's how it started. There's tremendous power that describes. You realize what it was.
Boxers have to work on balance, they have to work on hand coordination, speed, ocular strength, focus, and these are all things that people are usually struggle with. Giving them an opportunity to fight back against other people that will understand what they're doing.
we're saying get strong, learn balance, up and down. It's out there playing with your grandkids. We don't want people to stop living. We want them to really embrace that they can do things, that they can.
People having tumors in their Parkinson's syndrome, maybe not immediately after, but definitely adopting program. They have been request fitness and improve balance. Everybody gets the actually control other disease. Some people go from being withdrawn, being isolated, immobile to coming back to life. I think everyone should have a chance to access that.
I was worse than this, a lot worse than this, 3 years into the disease. And I'm 15 years into the disease, and I'm doing better than I was back. Back then, I couldn't write my name.
Person like these slow down tremendously. This place gives you hope. Before I came here, I would think I'm the only person in the world with Parkinson's. That's not true. We are now in family. And we can recognize ourselves not alone. And that's
So the box.
But now, when you're fine,
Okay, can you hear me again?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, guys, technical difficulties. But I hope that gives you kind of a little glimpse of what we do at the boxing gym. You might have seen people of all ages in that video. I have people in wheelchairs that come to my class, and I have people that might still be working that come to my class. We teach 5 classes a day. All levels are included. So don't think just because you have a walker or a cane or you're in a wheelchair that this is not meant for you, because it is. It absolutely is. So they're like, why boxing? Why boxing? And that is because it takes a very special skill to be a boxer. You have to move a lot to be a boxer. And Rock City Boxing is all about this. So over here on the right-hand side, we see Parkinson's symptoms, tremors, bradykinesia, rigidity, all these things. And off to the right, we see how boxers train to improve these things. So with your tremor, we work on hand-eye coordination. So I might throw you a tennis ball and you have to catch that tennis ball and you have to throw it back at me. Or you're working on a speed bag that's coming back at your face and you need to react to it really, really fast. The second thing, bradykinesias, slowness of movement. So we're slowing down. We work on speed of movement. I might tell you to run down the hallway, or I might tell you to go over some cones. I might tell you to punch that bag as hard as you possibly can and as fast as you can. Rigidity, so stiffness. We work on flexibility. You do range of motion exercises every time before class starts, and you stretch with static stretches at the end of every class. Postural instability or stooped posture. That's a big one with Parkinson's. Actually, that's a big one just for a lot of adults, right? We work on strength training. We work on core work to try to keep that chest open, squeezing those shoulder blades, making sure that these tummy muscles right here are hard as a rock so that we're not scrunched over. Shuffling a gait. Again, we do agility ladders, so making you step over cones, making you step in and out of ladders, so that you're always focusing on picking up your feet. Freezing, that's a big one. So we work multiple surfaces. In our gym downstairs, we have turf, carpet, and rubber. We also have multiple ways to transport down to that gym, but we work on stairs. So you're getting used to maybe being on different surface that gives an example of concrete or in soft grass. And then feeling defeated, you're like, oh my gosh, what is happening to my body? My right arm's not working, my left leg's not wanting to step. We work on lots of things. We have odds of winning. Are you gonna attack that bag that's not a person, but you're gonna knock it over? Or are you going to improve your mental health just because Carson and I and Holly and everybody else does weird dance moves during class, or makes different jokes, or plays really fun music because we listen to anything from the 40s to 2025. But it also helps with non-motor symptoms. So that can be anything from depression to anxiety, cognitive issues. Boxers around the room, you can kind of verify with your tables. A couple weeks ago, we did a brain challenge workout. Every week it changes, but I had them box, and then they did a word search, and then they boxed, and then they did a maze, and then they boxed, and they had to figure out a riddle. So we're working the brain and the body at the same time. So there's lots of reasons why boxing is the #1 thing for Parkinson's disease. So what is the Rock City boxing method? I call this tough love because I'm constantly yelling at you, but in the most loving way because we love all of our boxers. But it's intense, I won't lie. The work is hard. We want you to work in multiple different fields, making sure that you are getting that interval training, getting that heart rate up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So you're producing the most dopamine you can, because what are you missing again? Dopamine. Fun factor, of course, sometimes I play really silly games. If you've ever seen a bunch of 60, 70-year-olds running around playing a snowball fight for the holiday party, it's hilarious. Even if you don't join, you should come to our holiday party, it's really fun. Changing perceptions. Functional fitness. So functional fitness basically means doing everyday things, making sure that you're able to get out of the chair. So we work on a lot of squats. We want to make sure that you're getting up out of the toilet and up out of the chair and out of the couch and out of your car and all those things. Again, engaging the brain, and then non-contact boxing adapted for PD. So some of you are in this room on the screen. It's your big debut. So you can kind of see this top right. This is one of our boxers. He is literally boxing on one leg. So is our friend Ruth over here on this feedback. She's over here in the corner today. Laverne, I saw you in here. You're back there. He is on a foam pad, challenging his balance while he's boxing. Roger, I know you're in the room somewhere. He's hitting Bob. And then Lynn and her husband Matt are boxing each other. I don't know if you guys actually hit each other, but they were playing around. And so what are we fighting against? It's designed to help symptoms specifically. So in any like fight you've ever seen, you see boxers tucking their heads and rolling around like this, trying to avoid boxing. And I yell at you every day not to do that. We have head up, shoulders high, elbows on a shelf. We practice tall posture. I don't know if any of my boxers hear me in their dreams, but I yell at them. Get tall, get big, stand taller, get bigger, all the time. But we try to help with ADLs as well. So ADLs stand for activities of daily living. So again, getting up and out of the toilet, going up and down stairs. We do lots of step ups or toe taps in class. Pulling yourself out of the bed or car. We do lots of rows and pulls. Carrying laundry or groceries. I do this fun exercise called a farmer's walk. It has where weights are down by your side or out in front of you or up here where you're carrying things across the floor. Other things is getting dressed, counting. Like I've actually had, Paul, you're in the room, you're gonna see yourself buttoning up a shirt, counting out exact change. So working on that fine motor stuff, as well as maybe doing your makeup. It helps with those things. So this is definitely a scientifically based program to help everything. I believe I have some pictures. So there is Paul in the middle there, buttoning up a t-shirt. Joe over in the corner is counting exact change for me. I have Ruth down here again doing core work. The girls in the middle, Jerry's in this room too, she's back there. The red ball has to be tossed where the white ball is only rolling, so they have to use a lot of cognitive work to get that going. Sue, I know you're in the room too. There you're passing the casserole side to side. That was a Thanksgiving activity, so working their core, but we're much more than just boxing. As you can see, we are everyday life things as well. The last thing kind of is socialization is important. We don't want to dwell on what's going on. Your care partner doesn't want to always keep talking about it and trying to lift spirits. So coming to a group where they know what's going, you're going through the same thing is super important. You're having camaraderie. Here's this happiness one again. You're making good endorphins, which produces dopamine. The other awesome support part of this is box to boxer. You could be like, hey, Brad, are you going through this? Do you have this situation? Oh yeah, I've used this. This is how this helps. So lots of communication between the boxers and lots of communication between care partners. I have some spouses that drop their loved ones downstairs and they go exercise themselves and walk around upstairs. And I'm sure they talk about their things as well. So it's a very community-based approach, which is awesome. Camaraderie group, right? So we have a nurse. She's here in this room. Her name is Holly Leach. She's over here in the chair. I know she doesn't want me to point her out, but there she is. She is our fun factor. She makes cookies for almost every single event that we have. We celebrate everybody's birthdays. We celebrate 4th of July, Halloween, what have you. You can see your leader of the PAG over here, Diane Kavinsky, in a skeleton costume up at the front row. But lots of different fun things. We want to celebrate you and make it fun. So that's what we're all about. And here we might try another video, but I might just pass it too. We'll see. You want to try it? And if it doesn't work in the first 1 minute, I will say skip it.
Speaker on. Ready to connect. Connection successful.
His life changed.
The idea of boxing as a remedy for
There we go.
Rock Steady is all about self-love.
We don't treat our boxers like Parkinson's patients, we treat them like athletes. As coaches, our job is to encourage them, find out what's still possible, find hope, and fight back.
Don't let what you can't do be a good, what you still can. Okay. Beautiful act. Let's go. Okay, everything for 10 seconds, come on. Make squats, get your wiggle toes. I'm gonna get a hit.
They're dandy. Keep it fired up.
Tough love.
Okay. So tough love, I really do love you, but I'll beat you up. Okay, so, class makeup. It scares everybody to death when I tell you you're working out for an hour and a half. However, there is a method to my madness, as you can tell. So multidisciplinary approach, right? So each week, new thing. Last week, Carson, I don't even remember what the theme was, that's how long ago it was. It was what? Partners, thank you, John. It was partners. This week is focus myths, they don't know that until they come to class tomorrow. But you start with a warm up, starting with keeping our muscles loose. 30 minutes of strength training. I have them keep a board with their weightlifting things. We keep it for 8 weeks. They make sure that they're going up every 3 to 4 weeks, making sure that their weights increase. If they don't, that's okay, but we're making sure that we record that. The next 40 minutes is boxing or creative exercises. This doesn't always happen, but 10 minutes of core if we have enough time, and then stretching at the end. So that's kind of the makeup of the class. There's lots of breaks in between. It's not straight 90 minutes of craziness. But lots of breaks in between. So the evidence, you're like, okay, I'm almost hooked, but here I really want to show you this. So our boxers get tested every 12 weeks. For those of you that have been with me for a long time, you might have a couple dates on your belt. But we do what's called in-body testing that tests your muscle mass. And I make sure that your muscle mass is either staying within the same. If it's off a little bit, that's okay. But if it's maintained, I'm happy. We do a lower body strength test, upper body strength test, a endurance test, which is called a timed up and go, a flexibility test, and a balance test. And for the boxers that are coming 3+ days a week, we see about 90–95% improvement in them. So pretty awesome. As you can see on our schedules, we do offer 5 classes a week. So if you were coming 3 or more, you're gonna see the biggest bang for your buck. So welcome to our gym. I know these pictures don't do it justice, but this is our new space. We have hanging bags, floor bags, lots of space to walk around, lots of weight equipment. In addition to this, our entire upstairs floor is full of bicycles, new steps, strength training equipment, an indoor walking track. to help you warm up or come, if you can't come to class, you can come do the exercise upstairs on your own. But we are really, really awesome and blessed with a nice facility. How to get started, and before you leave today, Carson's gonna take you through a warm up or a mini exercise demo, so don't leave yet. But if you are interested, both of our cards are on those folders. We do need a referral from your physician, primary care doctor, or your neurologist. But if you're like not really sure yet, and you might just wanna come watch, call me, I'll let you come to class and watch and see what we're all about. But we'll take good care of you, I promise. And then I'm gonna leave this to Coach Carson, but before I do that, I want you to go find that buddy that you met in the very beginning and see if you can remember all of their stuff or tell them what you remember. Yeah.
24th, no. 54, there we go. You gotta stop. And chocolate ice cream.
Did we give anybody on food today?
John Travolta. Perfect. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it. How are you doing? Did you remember?
Yes.
Yes? How about my Parky friends? Did you remember?
Yes.
Don't use the.
I know. Yeah.
Stand up if you're able. Everybody.
Spread out if you can. Still got anybody right next to you. We're gonna start with a nice little warm up, turning our head over our left shoulder and over our right shoulder. Take your time on this. Feels good to get up and get moving, doesn't it? Uh-huh. Take that gaze down towards the floor right in front of you, and then all the way up into the ceiling. Again, at your own pace. If you start to get dizzy, just bring the head to a neutral position for me. Here's the fun one we always do, the turtle, sticking our chin out as far as we can, and then pulling it back in towards our chest. How many chins can you make? Stop. Watch for exercise. Good. Arms down by my side, shrugging up to my ears. Good, bring those arms out wide, give yourself a big hug. Open it back up, switch, which arm is on top, being sure not to hit anybody around you. Good. Keep those arms out to the side for me, arm circles from both. Good. And circling with the wrists. Both directions. Right hand up for me. Open wide, close that hand. Open it back up, close it again. Open it one more time. Pinching with my pointer finger and my thumb, that's 1, Middle finger and thumb is 2. Ring finger is 3. Pinky is 4, and then 5 is closing that fist. Open that hand up for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep it open. Keep it open. We mentioned we were going to use our brains, right? 4, 2, 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. Check it out. Give me that left hand. Give me that left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 4, 3, 2, 5. 1. Take it out. Nice little twist from side to side. Nice little warm-up exercise, getting us through a range of motion. Part of our warm-up is also dynamic, trying to get that heart rate up a little bit, standing in place. Let's go, knee marches back. You can do this from a seated position as well. Good. Kicking those heels up to my butt. Butt kicking. Kicking over chair. That's all right. Both feet are under me, finding my balance. Calf raise. We're coming up on the toes. Right back down. Nicely done. All right. Nice and warmed up, aren't we? Grab a chair. Put it behind you. We're going to go through a little bit of some strength exercises before we get into our boxing. I will give you an option to do this exercises from a seated position as well. But the first one is a sit to stand. So I'm sitting in my chair, bringing my feet in close, trying not to use my hands, but I can if I need to. I'm going to lean forward with my chest, pushing through my heels, stand all the way up. That's 1, down, up, 2, let me hear you, down, up, 3, down, up, 4, I'm going to tap, up, 5, down, up, 6, down, up, 7, down, up, 8, down, up, 9, up, 10. Good. We don't have any exercise equipment here today, but we'll make do with what we have. Arm curl to a shoulder press, straight up overhead, coming all the way down. That was 1. Curl to press is 2, down. Curl, press is 3. Curl, press 4. Curl, press 5. Curl, 6, 7. Yeah. 8. 9. 10. Next one's kind of a 2 for 1. I got wide feet, slight bend in my knees. I'm going to bend forward. Looks like this. Side. Arms out. And I'm going to pull those elbows straight back, squeeze in those shoulder blades. Staying in this hinge position. Let's start from the beginning. Up. 1. There we go. Up. 2. That's it. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Nicely done. Shake it out. That concludes our strength. Now let's get to the main event of the afternoon, the boxing. Make sure you got plenty of space. We'll start with our stance. So I'm going to get into a split stance. If I got my feet squared up and I'm trying to throw punches, I'm going to be way off balance. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to put my left foot forward. If you're left-handed, put your right foot forward in this boxing stance. Everyone's going to be a little bit different, so I'm not too picky about where the feet actually are. Bring those hands up for me. What we were talking about. Regular boxers, I'm down low, right? Not in this class. I'm keeping the chest up and my eyes up and my hands up. We'll work through all of our punches. The first one is our jab. That's our lead hand. For me, it's my left hand. I'm pushing straight out. Give me a few of these. That's it. Good. Focusing on extension and rotation, both together. Extension and rotation. That's my jab, also known as my number 1. For my 2, another straight punch coming straight down the middle. This is my cross. reason I put my left foot forward, so I can have this rear hand, my more dominant hand, for all my power shots. So I'm really getting a lot of rotation on this one. Right down the middle. Boom. That's a cross. We're gonna work alternating jabs and crosses. We're gonna go for 30 seconds. I want you to say 1, 2, 1, 2. Say those numbers out loud, okay? You can go at your own pace. We're going for 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Jabs and crosses. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Rotation. 1, 2, yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Halfway. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 1. Good. That was our jab and our cross. So 1 and our 2, 3, and 4 are hooks. I'm coming out and around. Get my elbow up there. If I'm hitting the back, I'm hitting the side of it. If I've got an opponent right in front of me, I'm aiming for the ear. I'm coming out and around. So let's go with that 3. Give me a couple 3s. That's my lead hook. Out and around. There you go. Working specifically on that rotation with our hooks. Good. And then 4 is my rear hook. Getting a lot more rotation here, therefore a lot more power. We're gonna do the same thing. We got 30 seconds, so 3s and 4s alternating back and forth. Say it out loud. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 3, 4, 3, 4, 3. 10 seconds. 3, 4, 3. Gonna recap. We got our 1, 2. We got our 3, 4, 5, and 6. So our last 2 punches. These are uppercuts. 5 is that lead uppercut. I'm dipping into that knee in the shoulder. Come right up the midline. This is my 5. When I throw this uppercut, I want my palm facing me. Boom. Straight up through. Looking good. Let's go 6. That's my rear uppercut. Same thing. Going to the exact same spot, right down the middle. All right, folks, you know what's coming. 30 seconds of 5s and 6s, alternating back and forth in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5. Take a deep breath. Look down at your feet. Doing a boxing stance. Bring those hands up for me. This is a little game I call repeat after me shadow boxing. So we're gonna throw some combinations together with those numbers. I want you to repeat it back to me while you throw them. Bring those hands up. For example, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, again, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nicely done. Find that chair you were in earlier. Take a seat for me. So far, we warmed up, we did our strength, we did our boxing. Now we've got a couple of minutes here for core and some stretching. 2 minutes, we can make that work. Scoot towards the edge of your chair, Paul. Leaning back, but not all the way in my chair. I want to use my core to keep myself upright. Both hands to one side of the chair. up and over to the other side. We're gonna go 20 of these, alternating back and forth. We're gonna count them out together. Start on your right side for me. Up to the left. 1, 2, that's it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, keep going. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Nicely done. Hands come up by my ears. Still leaning back, not all the way in my chair though. I'm gonna go opposite elbow, opposite knee. We've got 20 of these alternating back and forth. Let's start with that right elbow to your left knee. Ready? 1, 2, that's it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Shake it out. Wish I had more time with you guys. One leg out straight, other knees bent. Hamstring stretch. I'm reaching for those toes. Take a deep breath. Switch legs for me. Switch legs. Sitting up straight and tall, arm comes across my chest. Pushing with my other hand right here at my elbow. This is a rear delt stretch. And switch sides.
You get your heart rate up today? Woohoo!
Check it out. For joining me for that, guy.
Before we're done though, we have a hoorah. So put your hands in the middle, pretend like we're in the middle. Repeat after me. I don't know what I've been told.
I know.
This Parkinson's is getting really old.
This Parkinson's is getting really old.
Let's tell PD what we're gonna do.
But tell me what we're gonna do.
We're gonna beat the crap out of you.
We're gonna beat the crap out of you.
1, 2, 3, Rob Dudley. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for having us. Yes. Oh, Nurse Holly wants me to remind everybody that we are a medical facility. It is ADA handicap appropriate. There's elevators, there's ramps, there's places so where everybody in every need can get to and have access to this. We're also with a team of rehab nurses and urgent care is right down the door. So we always have a doctor on site and nurses throughout the building if anything were to go wrong. Luckily, nothing has gone wrong and we keep rocking and rolling. But if you have questions, please come up and ask. There's anything else that you guys need from us or are dying to know, email, call us. And I'm looking forward to hearing from maybe one of you.
Any questions for Nicole? Or her team? Where do you get the equipment? You have to bring your own gloves?
Awesome question. So we were grant funded, so we provide them for you.
So again, back, if you couldn't hear the question was, do you have to provide your own equipment, gloves, etc.? The answer is no, they have everything for you.
Absolutely. All right.
Great.
Thank you, Nicole and Carson. Holly.
Holly.
She's just, but another round of applause. I'm sweating. We're gonna take, next part of our program is those with Parkinson's will meet in the center here. Diane will give you some instructions on where to sit. Those who are care partners will meet in the kitchen. Before you go in the kitchen, we'd like to thank Sally for providing beverage and treats. So when you Gunther is our guy who allows us to be on Zoom, and we're thankful for him. If some month that you aren't able to make it, it is on Zoom, so you can take a look there. Jim Bartlett is our librarian, and unfortunately, he couldn't be with us today. But there's a lot of good information, and he usually brings it and has it out on the table. We're sorry he couldn't be here today. But I have a couple of things. We've gotten our stock resupply of cards that you could take places and leave, give to friends, doctor's offices, whatever, so that other people who have not found us yet will be able to come and join us. So we're like that. I don't know how many of you, I'm always pushing these every victory count books. I've probably received 400 or 500 of them in the mail, and they're from the David Spinney Foundation. There's a caregiver and then one with just Parkinson's information. They are really good books when you have a question. I just got 4 boxes the other day, they're sitting in the hallway, so if you want them, please let me know, or I have a couple of copies here today. So, and if anyone hasn't left their email and they want us to send the monthly information, give it to Diana and she'll get it on the list. And we put the info in, I press listserv, and it zooms off to you guys. So we hope we have everyone's name and number and email. How many have never been before? Welcome, welcome. We hope you'll come back. That's wonderful. So I think right now we'll divide into our groups, and thank you for coming. And thank you Zoom people for being here, and bye.
Not you sweating even in your nice clothes.